see them achieve their dream is one of my burning desires. That's why I founded the Ogba Education Academy. And over the years, we have been sending a lot of people into schools, higher institutions. Before the strength came in the late 90s to 2000, they started scamming, and it looks as if it's just talking to a white man or a white lady and you get money. But over the years, I've come to see that it goes beyond that. And the society is not highlighting the past, which is the most dangerous part. I know a lot of young boys who are involved in this and how miserable they are. And that is why the gospel has to be preached. The gospel here is the gospel of our youths that have been derailed, youths that have gone into scam, who are being deceived daily. There's an ongoing mass recruitment of young people, especially 15, 16, 17. Those are the ones that can dare to do what the old men and women cannot do. So today, they keep going in to say, well, let me just say, give me your phone, I'll talk to this white lady, and it's done. Truly, truly, money comes at first. I have a case of a 23-year-old boy whose BVN has been blocked. He bought a car when the going was good. He had money, but today the BVN has been blocked. So what happens to that child? He's miserable. He either going to real ritual killing as in hacking people's head and all that, or he will go into armed robbery. But in both cases, he cannot keep money in the bank. So my message is a message I want to spread as far as possible. That's why I'm trying to set up the talk show that will seek to bring African youths to be at par with their counterparts in Europe, China, and America. This is not impossible. When we look at the opportunities in artificial intelligence, robotics, 5G, and many others, you will see that the Chinese grandfathers, that's the present generation, their grandfathers were slaves in Vancouver, Canada. They went there to wash plates and clothes. But today, I was going through Al Jazeera where they said that rich Chinese girls go to buy properties in Vancouver that the average Canadian cannot buy. That means a generation after generation, they changed. So I don't think it is wrong or it's impossible for we Africans to stand tall if we change our mindset. And the way I plan to go about this is looking properly at science education. I've come to see that this betting of a thing, when they indulge in it, they abandon their studies. There's this excessive love for football. I use the word excessive, as saying a student will have exam by 2 p.m. and if Chelsea and Man U are playing match from 12 to 2, he will go and watch Chelsea and Man U till 12 to 2. You see an old man who will argue about Chelsea and Man U all day, as if Chelsea and Man U will give you food in your table. I was privileged to meet a footballer downstairs. We became friends and we hope to see again. What is the message I'm trying to send? I have discovered that many of them give this football so much love. And at the end of the day, if at 23, 24, they are not signing into a European team or the other, what happens? They become frustrated. So if you are looking for kidnappers, if you are looking for robbers, then you find readily people available. What's the way out? We're not telling you not to love football. We are saying that give football 70%, have a second love. Maybe the second love could be agriculture, it could be computer, it could be something else. But don't give it 100%. So when the first love did not work out, you can easily fall back to your second love. So these are the messages we will go to spread. But we cannot achieve it alone. So I'm really happy that I'm being given this platform to spread my message. We're looking for partners. We're looking for people who will promote us, who will help us spread this gospel. Because when we talk about entrepreneurship, to some people it's strange. You're telling a young boy to come and do business and get 10,000 from 10,000 clients to 100,000 to 1 million. What's trash when you can get 10 million by scam? It wouldn't work. The message wouldn't fly. So the kind of message that will fly is when we reorientate them and say, well, look, you're talking about scam. Do you know what cyber security? Do you know how many billions of dollars the US is voting into cybersecurity? If you can set back the nuclear power stations or the atomic power station of North Korea by some few years back, do you know Donald Trump will practically lie down for you? Do you know what you can do if you can help to send back the Iranian centrifuge to some send them some deadly virus, and do you know what Donald Trump will do for you? These are opportunities. It's not just about North Korea or US. Opportunities are bound. If you're able to tell the APC government that what Boko Haram is planning to do next, I'm very sure the president will call you. If you come to Lagos State and tell Lagos, say, wow, why are you making one 800 billion and you're dancing? Well, I can make you 1.2 trillion.
Nice one. We should talk after this. 1.2 trillion. Correct. No, but really.
Yeah.
Because I just like how low compared to people that really wish to do something in their lives. The only reason why it is increasing is because there is no platform for people that want to be honest to make it in life. You mentioned something about China. China is a country that I told you someone earlier. It's a country that an average family has something they produce. Be it bead making, be it wristwatch, shoes, clothes. There's a platform some people put together for people like that to excel. An example is AliExpress. What AliExpress basically do is just what Workbay does. We create an internet office for you. What you produce in your family, you bring it there. Then we take it outside for you. You sell it in dollars and you make your money. There is no such thing in Nigeria for youths that are creative to export their works. Another example I want to give, an average youth has several talents. I'm a movie maker, I'm a photographer, I'm a painter. I sometimes delve into sculpturing, I write scripts, I act. All of these things are things that I hope in the future can take me to a better place. But there is no platform for most of these things in Nigeria. I went for an art exhibition and then I exhibited my works and I saw the big names making money. Here, 5 million naira for a very small portrait, 10 million naira. And we brought a big signboard of painting. We didn't even get 50,000 naira. I went for a seminar that there were senators on stage, vice presidents, even Atiku was there. A friend of mine created a laptop from scratch. It was in this same VI that went for the seminar. With scraps of metals, everything that the guy used for that laptop was picked up on the street. And the laptop was functional, he used the projector, everything was working fine. All the guy was asking for is someone to invest $50,000. And his plan was there, everything was there, that in 5 years, he would employ 5,000 Nigerians yearly. Do you know how much they were debating? 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 10,000 naira. That's the country we live in.
So now we are talking about which is better. I'm not saying this scam is good. They're saying an idle man is the devil's workshop. Why will someone sit down at home and do nothing when you can use his brain to collect from something from someone that is greedy too? Because if they are not greedy, do not fall for the gimmicks. It's because they themselves they want more. That's why they are letting go of little to collect much from. Okay, how will someone sit in his house? You tell him that his grandparents some investment in Nigeria. For him to collect it, he should pay like $3,000, and he will decide to let go $3,000 to collect like $50 million. If that person is not greedy. So which one is better? Is it for someone to just sit down and do nothing? Because job, we are not seeing. Someone that will help you, they will tell you who brought you. Before they will accept even your CV, they will check, okay, where is this person coming from? They will check within their rank, oh, is it from you? They will say no. They will drop the person's CV, by the way. You know, at the end of the day, they have no hope than to help themselves. We all have challenges every day that we are passing through. We need to solve. We need to eat. Because once you are done with school, your parents will just tell you, man, you need to. Because someone like me now, I cannot come to my mom and say, Mom, please, I need to go to this place. Give me something. Which school you go now? The school you go, because I know where I'm from. I'm from Edo State. She will not even speak English with you. She will go local. So with that, I don't blame anybody doing whatever they are doing. You know, that is what me I believe in.
To who we are, to a sense of being, belonging. Let's start with the CV. I'm an HR person. I get CVs. It's only in Nigeria when I get your CV, your objective is going to tell me everything that you want and not everything you want to give an organization. So what do you think your CV is going? It's going in the trash. Let's start with that. When 2017, and you people are still writing CV as if we're CV in 1929, writing my age, my hobby. What's my business with that? Most private sector companies don't even read that crap. You have a 5-page report. What's my business? All I want to see is your name, your address, your phone number in the middle. Your objective, your qualification, your previous employer, and what you did. That's what I want to see. Now, if you lie on your CV, I will also find out, because I will interview on what you put on paper. So let's start with that. In terms of the scam, we have a serious problem in this country, which starts with the house you grew up in. What are you talking about? You're telling me that just because you don't have anything to do, you'd rather go to jail because you want to make money by force by fire. When I was in HSC, 6 people came. They were looking for a job. They studied all kinds of strange degrees. I don't even remember. Clinical environment, clinical in the science in the sky. Some ridiculous. Okay, fine. And of course, the most common degrees. I study economics. Okay. I study business admin. Okay. So I asked the question, you study economics. When did you finish? I finished 5 years ago. What is budget? And you're looking at me. You don't have an answer. And you study economics. Are we together? The bottom line is a lot of us finish school and we put that degree down and we're done. When you could be spending your time on Google, Googling different kinds of things. If you've got some ridiculous degree, go online and say, this is my degree. What kinds of jobs can I get? Look at different CVs, the way they write them. Do you understand? These 6 people came into my office. We didn't have a job for them in the health sector. Actually, there were 8. So I said to them, you don't know each other from any walks of life. Go and get to know each other. Come up with a business plan and I will support you. I didn't know them from anywhere. So I said, go. So out of 8, 5 people came back. And they said they came up with some business, they want to do pure water. They want a business, they want a machine, they wrote everything. So I said, can I suggest something to you? How about you owning a cleaning company? You clean people's houses, you clean buildings, you clean, of course, natural Nigerian, simple Nigerian, cleaning. Our houseboy, I just looked at him like, are you serious right now? So I said, go and put a business proposal together, no more than a page and a half. And then come back and see me. So they came back. I said, what do you need to start this business? You need cleaning supplies, right? Cleaning products, the mop, the sweep, all of that. All of my friends that we all moved from the US at the same time, they live all over the place. I don't know you from Adam, but my integrity is on the line, right? So come and clean my house. Go and clean this person's house. That was in 2013. I only gave them 100,000 naira. That's all I gave them to go and buy all the things that they need. Ask me today, in 2017, that business has grown from 5 people to 22 people. Wow. Alright? And that business today is generating an average of 17 million per year.
Okay.
So today they come to me and say, Ms. Andrews, you've done this for me. No, I've not done anything. You did it because you chose to what? Listen. So let's not kid ourselves. We live in a climate that is practically going to destroy young people if we are not careful. Alright? So let's not get it twisted.
Right. Thank you very much. I think Mr. Tosin, okay, you want to add something? Yes, please. Please.
I want to ask a question. If I'm thirsty and I don't have water close to me, or kerosene is very close, will I drink it?
Based on how the kerosene is looking.
So, if God is nothing to do right now doesn't mean you should do what you know is not right. We go on social media and crucify our leaders, whereas we are not even leading ourselves now. So let's just think about this right. If I don't have water or I don't have food, then the next thing to me is sand. Will I sit down? I'm not mad.
On self-innovation. Now, for example, I'll give a simple example. There's a sick man here. He needs to move from this place to this place. I'm here, I'm a doctor. Another person here is an engineer. You also a carpenter or something. And we look at it. Okay, how do we get this man to move? We all listen differently. We have different backgrounds. As a doctor, I would think of probably something I could give to him that enable him to rise and to move from point A to point B. I'll probably be thinking of a drug. As an engineer, you'll be thinking of something that will make him to be mobile, maybe a wheelchair or something that will take him from point A to point B. You know, we all will think differently, but the end of it all is that we'll end up making this guy move from this point to the other point. Now, he spoke about going to an art exhibition, and he spoke about platform. There's no platform. Who will play the platform? As youths, we need to identify the needs, the problem around us. I think that's the first step. You don't necessarily even have to, okay, I studied economics, I studied whatever that, so I just have to practice that. It's not, they just, God, I'm going to do, I just trust that, I just need somebody that will, you walk blindly. But with technology, you don't walk blindly, you are informed. So, let's look at that problem in your community, in your home, self-innovate. How will I solve this problem? Meet with other people. That's it for me.
Thank you very much.
To understand, be able to identify the problem, then we'll make headway.
All right, I'll come around back to you. Now, this all stemmed off from issues with Niger Delta and how to put it, issues with scammers and so on and so forth. Now, it's easy for us to sit down and castigate these people and say, why are you doing this? Is this what you should be doing? If it's kerosene, you drink it. Is it cold coke? Is it cold water? No, honestly, it's easy for us on this side of the divide, going to school, wearing the sharp suit, and so on. It's easy for you to talk down, in quotes, act or to these people, right? But what are the realities on ground? How do we see this actually panning? You spoke about Uber. Uber is one of the largest companies, yes, as you said. It's a platform. Who owns Uber? Do you know the person? Do we have people doing stuff like that around here? And even if they could, how many people have the finance? Who can afford to put up an Uber, metaphorically, here? Okay, somebody wanted to respond or react to. Okay, sorry. Hello.
I've been itching and hitting my legs. Madam, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Listen. I am so I will introduce myself. I'm supposed to be one of the speakers, but unfortunately I didn't even know that this was happening today. I traveled and I got mixed up with the whole appointment, and I came to actually apologize to you and then go back to my work. But listening to my brother, and even the moderator, I want to say I am totally disappointed. And I want to say I'm disappointed because it is easy for us to throw blames. It is easy for us to point at somebody and blame them for our problems. But the truth is, as a person and as an individual, what have you done? I'm supposed to talk about leadership here today from the viewpoint of an entrepreneurship person, right? That's within the organization, how you can become a leader. But the starting point of leadership is not from me, it's from you. To thyself be what? To thyself be true. How true are you to yourself? The first point of leadership is to ask yourself some basic fundamental questions. And it is how you answer those questions that determine how far you go in life. And the first question you ask yourself is, am I disciplined? Why are you here? You are here because you want to better yourself. You could have opted to sit at home, watch DSTV, or hang around your neighborhood, but you are here because you want to better yourself. And if you continue in this direction, in 4 years' time, your mates will call you 419 because they won't know how you are making it. They'll be surprised. They say, "Nana, his father is rich. He has no rich uncle." I'm standing here, and with every sense of humility, I think I'm a perfect example, and I'll be able to talk to you well. I grew up in the roughest part of Kaduna, and I grew up from the street. My father was a driver. My mom, a petty trader. Right? And as I speak to you now, my father is living in my house in a 5-bedroom duplex. I didn't steal to do that. Is that clear? I grew up on the streets. I was picking things from the road to go and sell. When I was growing up, things were tough. Don't give me anything about the economy or because we went to school. I went to school because I decided to. I woke up one morning and I called my friends and I said, "I don't want to live this life again." Because the end result of that life is robbery. The end result of that life is riding Okada. The end result of that direction is being a gate man. The end result of that direction is ending up where it is not convenient for me to be. So I called them one day. My mom, I didn't have any rich uncle. I called them one day and I said, "Guys, I'm not doing this again. I want to go to school." I started reading. But behind me, there was a realization that there is no money to go to school. But I didn't wait. And I learned something from that. Sorry, I'm going to take our time. I'm so sorry. I learned something from that. That whenever you face any challenge in life, when you get there, as long as you remain focused and determined, a way will come for you. That's right. I made up my mind I was going to go to school. My first GCE was horrible because I wasn't reading. So now I started reading. I stopped going out. I stopped playing football. Because where I grew up in Kaduna, there are two things you think of. Either you want to be a footballer, or you want to be in the military. So I started reading. I went to write my GCE the second time and I made 5 A's and 2 credits. I didn't copy from anybody. So it was obvious that it was possible that I would have passed. But because I wasn't reading, I didn't pass the first time. Was that a wish for my family? Or was it caused by the society? It was caused by me. Because I decided to play trance. And then, to cut a long story short, I had to pick up cleaning job. Cleaning people's offices, cleaning homes, washing plates. And every holiday, when I take holiday in school, I come back. I graduated from Delta State University. I didn't even go to Unilag or this. I went to Delta State University and I studied theater arts. And I graduated as the best graduating student. And when I graduated, I'm going to school, my dad could only hustle to pay my school fees. The rest was left for me. So I was doing things. I organized tutorial when I was in school, get money from that to feed myself and to buy handouts. I didn't have to steal. I had an option of joining courts. I had an option of doing all those stuff. I'm very, very smart. When it comes to street smartness, I am. I can swindle you if I want to. But I didn't opt for that. I decided to do what is right before the law. And after graduating from school, I came to Lagos. So when I studied theater arts, of course, the first feedback is, what will you do with theater arts? Forget. When we get to that bridge, we will cross it. And when I got to Lagos State, I wasn't born here. I didn't live in Lagos. A friend invited me after NYC, and I came, and we were about 16 of us in one room. About 7 of us in one room in Ebutemeta. That was my journey. I entered this town with a bag. And to the glory of God, I have 5 houses in this town. So you have to change your orientation. You have to change your mindset. And it's only by changing your mindset. Listen, there's a place for apprenticeship. But many of us don't want to do that, young people. You talked about exhibition. The big exhibitor you are looking, they've gone through a process of, look at gold, I'm wearing one, right? This thing is shining. But they tell you the process of making this. You have to put it into a very hot fire. You will heat it. When you see the goldsmith making this, the guy is sweating. Anytime you find yourself in Dubai or anywhere, just go to where they make gold. You see the guy is sweating. The place is hot, you can see it. When it comes out shining. That is the process of apprenticeship. Many of us don't want to do that. And when I started my job in Lagos, I started from the start. I joined Inside Communication. I went for an interview of over 1,000 people, and I was among the last 10 they took. I didn't know anybody. Back to her question, how do you prepare your CV? How do you conduct yourself in interview? I'll tell you where I work, and I'll tell you my role. I have interviewed so many people, some from very good homes, rich father, rich mother, very good school. They come to the interview and they mess up. Simple question they cannot answer. Why? We don't read. We don't read. If I ask some of us here, how many books have you read today and this year? Who can raise their hand and say, I've read 5 books? We don't read. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. We don't read. We have the blessing of internet. In my time, there was no internet. Internet just came out when I was in school. I mean, there was no internet. Just started this year. But a lot of us, we have this. What do we do? Is that you are taking naked pictures, or you're asking a lady to send you a naked picture, or you are going to porn sites, or you take excuse and go to the bedroom and you are looking at naked girls. That is what we do. How many of us spend time to even Google what we are doing? We don't. So there's a process for everything in life. Marketing is all about identifying consumer needs and what and providing them. He told you that. How do you identify those needs? How do I identify those things? So what you are going through now is the process of apprenticeship. A time will come when you will be one of those beginners because you have to stay focused. Don't be distracted. The guy doing Yahoo is for a short time. Most of the guys I left on the street, I'm far better than them now. A lot of them can't even eat. I don't laugh at them, but a lot of them can't. And they had it better home. Some of those guys I grew up with, their dad were the rich people of those days. But now where are they? And it's our responsibility as young people, because you are the future and the strength of this country. Therefore, it's our responsibility as young people to ensure or make sure that we do that which is right at all the time. So you have to be focused, you have to do that. Forget the fact that there is no job today. It might take a while, but when that job comes, you have to prepare yourself. When I was jobless, I was busy reading Bottom Line. It's a marketing and HR magazine. I was really preparing myself on how to answer interview questions. Simple interview question. Tell me about yourself. People start telling you that there are 6 in their family. I have a brother that is yellow, one is black, one is this. And you're just sitting there while you're wasting my time. You are coming to an interview in my organization and I tell you, tell me about this company. What do you know about my organization? And they're like, I know you like to telecoms. You don't even know the product we sell. You have the internet. You could have taken your time. Listen, they called me about 12 o'clock. I was in a meeting. My phone was ringing, and I picked it up and I said, you are supposed to be in the session. I said, me? Then I checked, I realized that. So I said to the guy, text me what I'm supposed to talk on. He did that. I started reading on it. I could have taken leadership. I just came back from Harvard 2 weeks ago. I went on a leadership training course. So I can come here and be bragging. No, you must be prepared 247. What is the problem we have? We don't prepare. You are into art exhibition. When was the last time you read something about art exhibition? When was the last time you even taking you pay yourself and say, I'm going to understudy this person. This is the number. This is the foremost art exhibitor in Nigeria. I'm going to understudy this person, and I walk down to the person's man, sir, don't pay me. I want to serve under you for just 1 year. In that process, you will build your connections. In that process, you will meet people that will help you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I beg us, we need to change our mindset. We don't need to come from a rich one. You don't need to have a rich uncle or a rich father. All you need to do is be focused, and keep your eyes on that. We talked about the guys going on this Libya, and when 80% of those Libya guys are my brothers, me and you. You say you're from Edo now, and Benin. They are my brothers. I was watching some of those videos, and some of the immigrants were conversing in Benin. They were talking. One was saying to the other one, "Thank God I made it. Oh, thank God they are waiting for me at home." In Benin, on YouTube, go there, CNN. I was watching it. And I said to myself, your father will sell a house. They will raise 5 million just to get you to Europe to go and become a prostitute or go and become a problem there. And with that money, you can set up a bakery and you make good money. My wife just opened a bakery about 3 years ago. She makes more than I earn. You can do that. All it takes is focus and ask questions. We don't ask questions. We don't. As I am now, I still train myself. The training I went for, it's self-sponsored. It wasn't done by my organization. I did it myself. Why? Because I feel there's still a lot for me to do in life. So you have to. I beg us in the name of God. Take that mind, have that mind shift. The guy doing Yahoo, the guy doing 400, the guy doing scam, yes, he's smart, but imagine him channeling that energy into something productive. We will be better than we are. Right. Yes, we are not producing anything in Nigeria. Why are we not producing anything? Because we are not taking to the path of consumption. So you can decide to produce. My wife said she was going to start making bread. Is she not producing something? She's producing bread, and let me tell you something. She sends sometimes to Europe. She sent bread to London. She said, if I'm going to London, I carry a Ghana must. They don't get the airport. When they open it, they see bread. They say there's no drugs inside. Okay, there's no drugs. I have people now to take them to. So that is where we start from. That is the way, that is the starting point. No government will do. Who is the government in the first place? Government is you and I. And that's why when I see state governor that will say this is federal road. Who is federal road? Is it not you and I that is living in that state? We are the federal road. We are the government. Government is a collection of people. And then we just appoint him and say rule over us. That is government. So the day he start ruling over us in this room, we form this is our country. We appoint him as the president because he has the right leadership skill. We appoint you as a minister. We appoint 10 people to take affairs over every one of us here. Who is the government? Then tomorrow we come back and say this table is upside down. It's his fault. It's not his fault. And that's why I say leadership. We have to break leadership to smaller units. It's about the individual. I tell my team, I need a team of 40 people where I work. And I say to them, forget about me. Leadership is not about me. You are the leader. In your small space, within that small confine that we're giving to you, what do you do when I'm not looking at you? That is leadership. Leadership is what you do when you are alone in your room. What you do, how responsible are you? They ask you to come for something at 8 o'clock, you're every day at 10. You cannot be a good leader. They ask you, they trust you with 10 naira. I leave my phone and I come back, I can't find it. You're not a good leader. That's right. I give you a project of 50,000 and you come back and tell me a good example, very recent example. Last week, we contracted somebody to do something in my house. And I paid my friend 500,000 to do the job. And I know that job will not be more than 150,000 or 200,000. I paid him. He contracted that job to a young guy that just graduated from the university. And this guy collected over 800,000 from my friend. Then my friend told me, I said, come and see what he has done. He's only done the frame for 800,000. And that guy is 22-year-old. So what do you say about that? Is that Buhari? Is that the government? That is the future of tomorrow. He's already not disciplined. He will tell me he's coming to work in my house at 8. He won't get there until 2 p.m. Tomorrow, give that guy 5 years, he will be this way. And if tomorrow he says, Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is not hard. What is hard is the individuals. We have to melt ourselves. We have to come to the realization that this is our country. This is where we are. And how do I make the most of what? If I didn't get where I am today without the help of anybody but God, then it tells me every one of us in this room can be very much more successful. Thank you. My name is Elvis Daniel. Thank you. My name is Elvis Daniel. I work with Mobile as the director for brands and experience. Thank you. I've done everything I can, and its sponsorship is right under me, and I've given her much needed support, which I normally do. Because of my story, when I see people organizing this kind of talk for young people, I do. And I say to her, I talk for free, I don't collect money, because that's the only way I can give back. But because of our recent challenges in the organization, we've not been taking on any form of sponsorship. So until we settle down and get things going, yeah. So if God willing, by Q1, Q2 next year, Q2 next year, by say April next year, if you have anything, reach out to me. If I'm still here, I'll help. And if I'm not, wherever I am, I definitely will offer it. Please, with my number, I can give you my number, my email, yeah.
And different ideas that are put it on the palm of your hands to make sure you are able to have the key points. That are behind today.com.ng never studied real estate or estate management in Obafemi Awolowo University. The jobbermans of this world, there was nothing like recruitment that they went for you to begin to label yourself by your degree, and solely by your degree, you have shortchanged the essence of life.
Question. Wonderful. Okay, let's do this.
Thank you, sir. You seem to be a management guru. I'll ask the question. Is there any particular policy or philosophy for spending, saving, and investments? As an entrepreneur, you earn money probably on a daily basis or weekly basis. You see your friends who is not an entrepreneur spending, living good, living fly. Would you rather also spend because you're making the money and look good, or would you prefer to save for the future not forgetting the fact that one can die at time. And when you finish saving and investing, the money goes to people that don't even know where you were saving. So what would you rather do? Or what's the best standard for?
I say that, thank you for the question. I say that when you want to change your life in a particular direction, you do three things. Number one, lavish. Lavish. Go in the direction of your vision like that is all it takes. If I want to improve my public speaking ability, I read books on public speaking, I share with friends on public speaking, I practice public speaking, I go for trainings on public speaking, I watch videos on YouTube on public speaking. Everything about me, I just lavish on public speaking. If I want to be dressing well, I want to look good, then everything about me will be on GQ, makeup, the latest this, the latest that, the latest clothes, the latest picture, all that. I just lavish in the direction of my purpose. Lavish. The next thing you will do to build your life in a particular direction is that you nourish, give a support to that idea or that initiative that you have begun. Meaning that if it's about dressing well, you bought 5 suits. I said lavish, meaning that when you want to lavish the clothes, you don't buy one. When you want to lavish the training or the building the investment, you don't do one. However, you make informed decisions only. What are informed decisions? Decisions that you know that this is what I will do. When I do this, this will come out. What if there is downtime? These are the precautions. These are the things that will happen. Yeah? You now nourish, give a support to those things. You bought those clothes, then don't wash them with hypo if they are colored clothes. Don't wash them with area if they are colored clothes. Nourish, give a support to that. It's not like because I have studied in 6 months in the direction of my goal, then I stop. I begin to nourish it per time. Now, the next one, which I want to talk about concerning your request or your question, is relish. Have a taste of it. Have a taste of it. So if my value will be, or my goal will be that I'm building a portfolio, financial increase, I lavish. I keep saving like I'm a fool. I keep saving like I'm a fool. The next thing is I nourish it. Yeah, I give support to it. When I save, I invest them. Now, when you have built it, you have invested, it's returning, then you must have a taste of it. Such that when they show the account balance and show your picture, they don't doubt that I know you must have told you. No, check the pictures very well. That's why banks will say sign your, do your signature again. Have a taste of it. So you will not say that I'm just saving or I'm just spending because. So I wouldn't want to give you an answer to say, oh, just save, don't taste it. Oh, save and eat it small. But if you do these 3 things, you will be able to have found wisdom in it, in such that I am lavishing because I was lavishing to the detriment of my person. I was not looking like she was looking better by the day. But I should have a taste of that which I was using to lavish until I found out that you were almost taking the girl away. So I went back to this my principle and began to work. Have a taste of this money you are getting. Have a taste of this thing you are lavishing on top. Then you believe on it.
They believe that the money belongs to them. No, it doesn't belong to you. You have to go to a particular stage, in your as a business owner and determine how much you're going to pay yourself out of that particular business. So once you can be able to differentiate your personal life from the business, then your business has the potential, to outlive you. I hope that answers your question. Yes. You're welcome. Can you see?
Alright, so in the beginning of a business, you will definitely have that challenge to say which one is mine and which one is for the business. Why? Because if you are the sole financier of the business, But what is meant to be done, what the book says, and what real life street science says, is that you are meant to have a capital and some bit of support for yourself while you run the business. Now, there will never be a time in the beginning of the business that you are able to pay yourself well, or that you are able to pay yourself. I've worked on like about 4 or 5 businesses right now. We've come from the education master, consultant, academy, international, software management school, magnets and ideas. Now you want to send $50,000, you'll be Jones, one of the Joneses. It's better you sell 1,700. It is still the same value in Naira. Because people that are going to pay are going to be looking at the Naira and not the dollars. If anybody in America cannot do the partnership at that reduced dollar, then they are not your partner. Because now it was 160, now it is 365. Count the cost. Today, you probably don't even sell anything, trying to rush and make the idea punch. They keep sending their message, bros. I say, wait, you know what? You pay somebody to do email campaign, somebody pay 100K for a month. You keep pushing it, gradually. You look and feel. Now the guy will take the money in just 1 Tuesday. And you will get 2 calls. One will ask you where's your office. The other will ask you, when next are you doing this? So that's it. So you have to play in that direction.
Thank you. Now, before I put you anymore, the currency is right here. We all know about the evolution of money. In those days, we started from trade per battles. And we still remember our simple economics in school. Whereby when you have a gold and you have a right, then you can make an exchange, right? From trade per barter, it goes to what you call the fiat currency. Get to the point. So, in as much as you can use your normal currency as a means of exchange, and it's also a means of speculation and a means of transaction, right? They call it transactionary motive, right? Now, the same thing is cryptocurrency. But you can use it as a means of exchange, and at the same time you can use it as a means of speculation. How do you speculate? You speculate other currency, digital currency with Bitcoin. But a lot of people are becoming millionaires every day. As I'm talking to you now, one Bitcoin yesterday was more than $11 million. That means if you have one Bitcoin as of yesterday, you're already a millionaire in terms of about 11 million, $11,000. I beg your pardon. Are you with me now? So right now you convert it to Naira, we're talking about 3.5 million Naira. Imagine you have like 2, you have 3. I have a friend of my age, he has like 3 Bitcoin. Where I'm going more happy up to 1. You know what I'm saying now? So people are making money in a legitimate way. You don't have to do Yahoo to the young guys among us. It's a legitimate way of making money. And as I'm talking to you, sometime last year, Central Bank of Nigeria actually constituted a committee. They want to see how they can incorporate cryptocurrency into the Nigeria banking system. As I'm talking to you now, the tax system in America are thinking of how to incorporate cryptocurrency into their own monetary system as well. So now this is new money and it's here with us. You don't have any choice, it's here. Whether you belong or you don't belong. And it's going to be a very great bad thing if you don't belong. So in order to be able to handle the speculative part of cryptocurrency, that's why my own company, the company that I represent, Exchange.io, we've come up with a particular robot, the first of it in Africa. Can I have a round of applause for that? Somebody will say that something like this come out of Africa. I want to tell you right away that we are genius. We have a lot of geniuses in Nigeria. The people that developed this particular robot, they are right here with us. Please round of applause for that. So now, what I'm trying to say in essence is that we have a robot that can actually help you to do that particular trade. You can be able to speculate or be able to trade cryptocurrency through this particular robot. So with how everybody has this, how we have it. So if you have any question, you can just go through it, and I'll be glad to just give you my contact number, then we can take it off from there.